From Foxborough, Massachusetts, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, it's the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Kevin Harlan with Pro Bowl quarterback Trent Green. Melanie Collins is on our sideline. We've had the flip of the coin. The Dolphins have won. They've chosen the second half. Brandon Bolden is deep back for New England. The Miami Dolphins, one of the most improved teams in pro football a season ago, with a second-year quarterback. And a rookie starts for New England, a 7-9 team. That is out of the end zone, a touchback to the 25, and here comes the celebrated rookie out of Alabama, Mac Jones. And Trent, it caught some people by surprise when they released Cam Newton, last year's veteran starter, and went with a rookie.
Well, I just wanted to hear the crowd when he came running out on the field. This is a moment that's not too big for Mac Jones. He had a celebrated career at Alabama, and he's ready for this moment.
They've got a couple tight ends. In the back is Harris, and it's 1st and 10. It's Harris. Nice block inside by Mason. Off to the races, and there he goes. Shaq Mason sealed the hole. 35-yard jaunt downfield, and a big game for the New England Patriots.
Well, this is what New England wants to do. They want to establish the run to take some of the pressure off of Mac Jones. Excellent job on the right side of the offensive line. Harris doesn't get hit until he's nearly 25 yards downfield. Tremendous job up front. Great vision to cut back and pick up the first down across midfield.
Harris again, 1st and 10. Jonnu Smith is out there with a block and a gain of 3 on the play for Harris. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. And like we were talking about, the biggest headline perhaps in all of the NFL training camps this summer was the release of Newton and the naming of Jones.
Well, and talking offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, he just feels that Mac Jones is ready for this moment. He's a relentless worker. He's tireless effort, and he just feels this moment isn't going to be too big for Mac Jones.
Jet sweep, Smith. And brought down by Jerome Baker with a gain of 5, sliding his way down to the Miami 32-yard line. So we've seen the quarterback. Let's talk about the offensive line, a veteran group. Tooney is now gone. Owenu is at that left guard. Andrews almost signed, in fact, with Miami, and they've added the 2 tight ends.
Well, it's important that they got Wynn back after missing some time last year with a knee injury, and then Trent Brown coming back after spending time with the Raiders. That was a big get for them, trading and getting him back in the lineup, protecting that right side for Mac Jones.
White is in 3rd and 2. Right by Mason, here comes White, and stuck after he got past the 30. He's got the first down, backing his way in, brought down by former Patriot Adam Butler. It is a gain of 2, and the drive continues with the big play, the 35-yard run by Damian Harris for Coach Bill Belichick. Now in his 47th NFL season, no coach has ever coached that long in pro football.
Well, it's interesting, talking to the Dolphins yesterday, they said they thought the Patriots are going to come out and try and establish the run. So far, Mac Jones hasn't had a single pass attempt, while the Patriots have attempted 4 rushes.
Harris back in. With the 1st and 10. They come off the side. Jones, and a fumble on the play, and Smith will jump on it, and tremendous pressure applied. Christian Wilkins was one of a couple streaming in for the Miami Dolphins, and also coming in, Byron Jones.
Well, and this was one of the things. They thought they were going to try and establish the run so they could set up the play-action pass. Initially on the field, it was called an incomplete pass, but as you can obviously see on the replay, he throws that ball backwards. So that's a lateral. That's a live football. Excellent job by the Patriots realizing that and jumping on the live football so that the Dolphins don't recover.
Wilkins and Jones applying the pressure. Jones signed last year, very high price free agent. Now 2nd down, 23 back at the Dolphin 43.
And we're going to see both these teams blitz today. They like to pressure. Both these teams like to bring pressure, especially when dealing with young quarterbacks.
Second most blitzing defense in pro football, the Dolphins a year ago. White is in. It's White. Mason with the block. And stuck inside. Aguavin comes in, the former Canadian football player for the Miami Dolphins. It is a gain of 3. Agba in there too. Agba is a terrific player for this team. Player is down for Miami, so we're just seconds into this one. With the linebacking core there, Roberts, the former Patriot, Howard as high-priced a cornerback as you'll find, and he led the league in interceptions a year ago. It could be Raekwon Davis down. I don't know that I caught the number when he fell. And now he's surrounded. Let's watch it again. Oof.
Just has a player fall into his right leg. You see it bend a little awkwardly. This would be a big loss for the Dolphins. Raekwon Davis in his second year out of Alabama had an outstanding rookie season, and they expected big things from him this year.
Yeah, Davis struggled, remember, early last year as a rookie, the second-round pick out of Alabama. But then he improved as the season went on. His development this season was key and a huge part of what this Dolphin defense, ranked number 6 overall last year, was banking on.
Well, and huge is a perfect way to describe it, Kevin. At 6'7", 330 pounds, they're counting on him to anchor the middle of the defense. Right now, it doesn't look very good, however, just because of the amount of time that he's stayed down.
There's a look at Jason McCourty, whose twin brother is on the other side. And, of course, Jason spent the last 3 years here with the New England Patriots and signed this past off season by his former coach, Brian Flores, who's now in his 3rd year. And the improvement that Miami has shown as Raekwon Davis is still being attended to on the field. Brian Flores went from 5 wins, Trent, year 1, and a complete reboot to 10 wins a season ago, and we're still very much in playoff contention. That is a great sign to see. And that is a big man, too, one of the biggest interior linemen you'll find in pro football.
Well, and it's great to see. Initially, he got up and he was using the trainers to walk off the field, and then after a few steps, he got his feet underneath him a little bit and let go, and now he's going off on his own. Obviously, he's still got a limp, but that's a great sign considering how long he stayed down.
Mac Jones, who turned 23 last week with a 3rd and 21. They need the 20. It's a good block outside by Wynn. Underneath he goes. White, no place to run, no place to hide. Hit on the play by his former teammate, Jason McCourty. It's a pickup of 4. They'll put him at about the 36, 37-yard line.
Well, excellent pocket for Mac Jones. He has room to stand in the pocket and make the progression, make the read. It's just there was no one open, so he eventually had to get to the check down. Good job avoiding the sack. But it still looks like they didn't gain enough to try a field goal attempt. They're gonna go ahead and punt here on 4th down.
Yep, Jake Bailey is in to punt for the New England Patriots. And deep back is Jakeem Grant. He was Pro Football's number 3 return man a season ago. It was an 11-mile-an-hour wind, but very still inside the stadium on this 79-degree afternoon. And he'll try to plant it. But he does in the end zone, so a touchback to the 20. A 37-yard punt. Tua Tagovailoa, who is in his 2nd year, and today, Trent making his 10th career start. He's been given the reins of the offense.
And Kevin, he had some mixed results in his first year. You can see his numbers right there. But with his first 6 games, he had 9 touchdowns and just 1 interception. Then his last 3 starts, he had just 2 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. So trying to find some consistency in his game, he seemed much more confident, much more comfortable when we had a chance to meet with him yesterday.
There will be a rookie starting left tackle, Liam Eichenberg, who has been battling injury. Austin Jackson, the normal left tackle, is up. Pistol formation with a 1st and 10. And a quick hitter. And right there he finds Jaden Waddle. And look at him fly into the secondary, get by Jalen Mills, and it takes a bunch to bring him down. A beautiful catch and run with the pinpoint pass. He goes for 17 on the catch and run, and he's out to the 37-yard line. So we've already talked about the rookie starting left tackle. The right tackle, though, is the blindside guy for the left-handed throwing Tagovailoa. That's the veteran Jesse Davis. Terrific tight ends. We just saw the speed of Waddle. Gaskin in the backfield. It is 1st and 10. Gaskin. He burrows his way near the 40. Lawrence Guy got him. So it's a gain of 2, and he's just shy of the 39. So the New England Patriots, for those of you just joining us, got a big run from Harris in their first possession in the debut for the rookie out of Alabama, Mac Jones, but they ended up punting with the conversation with Josh McDaniels. Miami's had a big play. A catch and run for the rookie out of Alabama, Waddle, of 17. Tungo Vailoa with a 2nd down and 8. First Miami possession. Waddle. And there he goes again with a block from Gesicki. And outside the go, and the tackle made by Kyle Duggar. It's a gain of 5, and he's just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the defense for the Patriots, and Trent completely remodeled. Bill Belichick spent money on offense and defense in free agency.
When you bring in Godchaw, who was with Miami a year ago, Dante Hightower coming back after opting out, having Kyle Van Noy come back after spending last year with the Dolphins as well.
It's a 1st down run on 3rd and 3. Miles Gaskin into the secondary. Brought down on the play by Devin McCourty. A burst of 15 into Patriot territory to the 41.
Well, and it's really no surprise what both teams are doing. We knew the Patriots wanted to establish the run, and we knew the Dolphins wanted to establish the run, but with some quick throws. Both throws that Tua has made have been very quick throws with a quick flash fake, trying to protect him and not sit him in the backfield.
With that no huddle, Gaskin again tries to find room down to about the 38. Couple on the pile, including the rookie out of Alabama. We're going to see that a lot today. Christian Barmore there. It's a gain of 4.
And with a young offensive line like the Dolphins have, establishing the run is something that is going to help them get them going and get them more comfortable when all of a sudden you decide to hang on to the ball and hang in the pocket longer. You know, last year in the 15th week of the season, the Dolphins rushed for 250 yards. And when we said that to Brian Flores, he said, well, don't forget in the first matchup against the Patriots rushed for 250 yards. So this is a game where both teams are going to want to run the football, but establish some play action to take shots.
It's 2nd and 6 into the nickel. Davis the block. That goes to Smythe, one of the tight ends. And down he goes. Hit on the play by Dante Hightower. Opted out last year. Big addition this year to the defense. It's a gain of 10, though. They get the 1st down, moving downfield. By the way, last year in the first quarter, Trent, the Dolphins were the number 2 scoring first quarter team.
They were very good in the first quarter. They're working this up-tempo on this drive.
Gaskin trying to get a block outside from Robert Hunt, the starting right guard, and he loses a yard. And nice pursuit on the play. That's Matt Judon, who comes as a free agent from the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, that's a big addition for New England, bringing over Matt Judon. And you would think this up-tempo is because the Dolphins believe they're in better shape, better condition. It is a warm day here in New England, but not nearly as warm as what the Dolphins have been practicing in down in South Florida. So going this up-tempo is maybe a way they're trying or hoping to tire out the New England defense.
That's a good point. 11 yards to go here. 2nd down and 11. 8th play of the drive. And they go outside here. Here's a nice catch and run. Tungo Vailoa gets it outside to Savon Ahmed, who's the 2nd year back out of Washington. They signed him off the street last year. 18-yard catch and run. Put him down to the Patriot 11.
Well, and this is an area of Ahmed's game that they're impressed with. He's improved as a receiver. A year ago in Week 15 against these New England Patriots, he had over 120 yards rushing. But one of the areas that he wanted to improve was as a receiver, so that you don't think of him just as a runner. Excellent job on that catch and run.
2 tight ends. It's 1st and 10. Opening drive for Miami. Tungo Vailoa. Gaskin. Hurdling, driving, and goes inside the 3. Brought down by Devin McCourty. It's a burst of 9. He'll be shy of the first by about a yard.
Well, you have to remember, Kevin, a year ago, the last 5 games of the season, Gaskin really turned things up and really impressed a lot of people around the league, and he's picking up right where he left off.
2nd down 1, the fake, and here comes the easy romp into the end zone. Tungo Vailoa, a 3-yard touchdown run. And Miami scores on their first possession.
There is a flag down in the end zone. Watch when he comes off this fake. He has Smythe for the touchdown, but I had a coach tell me many, many years ago, Kevin, if you've got an easy walk-in, there's too many things that can go wrong. As easy as that throw is, just go ahead and run it in.
After the score, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 91. That penalty be assessed on the kickoff, 15 yards, score's good.
So they get the 3-yard touchdown run. Waddle had a catch and run for 17. Gaskin had a couple big runs, one of 9, one of 15. And Ahmed with a catch and run out of the backfield on the move for 18. And a good-looking drive.
Excellent drive for the Dolphins, and Bill Belichick's not going to be happy with that personal foul. These are two of the least penalized teams in the NFL. They pride themselves on being disciplined.
One of the best in the business putting it through, Jason Sanders. Tua taking it through after an effective first drive of the game and the season for the Dolphins. Back at Gillette Stadium, opening drive for New England to punt. And the Dolphins began at their 20, racing downfield with passes and runs and a 3-yard touchdown run by Tagovailoa, who had 3 touchdown runs a season ago. There was a penalty, you may recall, in the end zone, so that's why the ball's teed up here at the 50. With the chip. Oshesky will take it. And he burst free. Finally brought down by Jamal Perry and others who steer him to the side. Another look at Mac Jones. Let's go to the sideline, and here's Melanie.
Thank you, Kevin. And all sounds right in the world of football again with a packed NFL stadium. And in the case of second-year quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, he has yet to really play a game in front of true NFL crowd noise. Brian Flores told us last night that from that standpoint, he is still very much a rookie. So the Dolphins spent extensive time this week at practice pumping in crowd noise, going over their silent cadence in preparation for this sold-out crowd at Gillette Stadium. Based on that first drive, guys, seems to be paying off.
Indeed, it is loud, it is full. And we go on 1st and 10, and outside it goes. Caught on the play by Nelson Aguilar. Hit by Byron Jones. It's a gain of 7 to New York. James and Boomer.
Collins.
Thank you, guys. Interesting finish there.
How about that? The Bengals getting Joe Burrow back after his season-ending injury a year ago and getting a big win on opening day.
Montre Stevenson in the backfield, the rookie out of Oklahoma. There he goes with the run and being pushed up there by Wenu, the left guard, on that 2nd down and 3. Just beyond the 35. He picks up a couple on the play and hit by a couple, including a Landon Roberts.
Well, the Patriots themselves trying to go to some hurry up here to try and catch the Dolphins. But now they're stopping it for a measurement.
John Jenkins, by the way, has come in on the line for the injured Raekwon Davis, who was hurt in the first series and had to be helped off the field. We're still awaiting word on him. So some depth hopefully paying off for Miami as they take a measurement right here. Clete Bateman is our referee, officiated Super Bowl 50, and 3 other members of this crew have also worked a Super Bowl. So highly decorated, and they are short. We've talked about a lot of running backs so far for New England. They traded Sony Michel in the preseason to the Rams.
Well, they did because they feel very confident, number one, in Damian Harris and what he's been able to do, and that's showcased already. But they've been pleased with Ramondre Stevenson, the undrafted running back out of Oklahoma, who had an outstanding preseason, over 200 yards rushing in those 3 preseason games. He's going to get some opportunities, and he's a huge back at nearly 250 pounds.
Trent Brown is out. Justin Herron has come in at the tackle. 3rd and 1. They go outside. Caught right there. Jacoby Myers. He's got the first. He picks up 4. That's a first down out to the 39 of New England.
And Jacoby Myers came on the scene last year and really put together some good numbers for them. Able to get to the flat in man-to-man coverage. You'll see both teams play a lot of man-to-man coverage. They like to bring pressure, especially on 3rd down. They'll stack the box like you saw the Dolphins do right there. And just a change release going to the flat quickly and an accurate throw for the first down.
Stevenson, the running back, hurt his thumb in practice earlier this week. Seeing early time here. 4th-round pick, rookie out of Oklahoma. Jones in traffic. It's Stevenson. They'll dance. And then brought down on the play by Justin Coleman. Oh, and that ball's loose. Let's see if they call it a fumble. And yet to wait for the ruling. It is.
Yeah, the initial
turnover by the rookie.
Yeah, the initial call.
All turnovers. It is. It sure is. I was just going to say, we're going to have to look at that again. 7-zip on a Tua touchdown run. Great to have the fans filling every seat here at Gillette Stadium. A turnover right there. They've looked at it. It is a takeaway by the Miami defense. They led the NFL with 29 takeaways a season ago.
And Kevin, I think it was just too close to overturn. It was because they called it a fumble on the field. I think it stood.
Tagovailoa downfield and incomplete as he was going for Gesicki with the coverage by Duggar. And let's go back to look by the rookie running back's fumble.
Just as he's going to the ground, he's trying to fight for extra yards. He has it wrapped up, but the ball starts to come loose right as his backside is hitting the ground. And we looked at it over and over in slow motion and everything else, and I just think it was too close, Kevin, to flip it the other way.
Again, there is a rookie starting at left tackle today for the Dolphins out of Notre Dame, Eichenberg. Second down and 10. Tua looks into a nickel secondary. Gaskin got away from Bentley. Then chased down beautifully by Kyle Duggar. It's a loss of a yard. Duggar coming up in that box and makes the stop.
Well, and that's something the Patriots didn't do on the first drive by the Dolphins, is they hurry up once again to try and get the Patriots while changing personnel. They're getting penetration on first and second down, so they got into the backfield and didn't allow the backs to get going. Now forcing this third and long.
With the 3rd and 11, Gaskin the block. He's improved in that category. Tua, heavy pressure. Flag is down, and down he goes. Dante Hightower hit by Kyle Van Noy. Everywhere he turned, he saw blue. A loss of 10. Flag thrown. And it's on the Dolphins.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. Penalties decline. Brings up 4th down.
And that's on the rookie, left tackle, Eichenberg.
Matt Judon coming off the edge here. Watch him. He's the one that's going to bring the initial pressure, forcing Tua to step up. Watch as he runs right through the block. Then they try and double team him. Then they end up tackling him.
First punt today for the Miami Dolphins. Michael Pilardi, who missed last season with a knee injury, the ex-Panther punter, will be booting this. Olszewski is back. Low, long snap from Ferguson. And Olszewski from the 18. Weaving. And the long snapper. And others, Smythe, bring him down. Hang of 3-4. 41-yard punt. 8-yard return. Another look at Jones when we come back. Dolphin offense couldn't do anything with good beginning field position after the turnover by New England.
Well, give credit to the New England defense. First and second down, they held them to no gain, forcing a 3rd and long, and then they pick up getting the sack on 3rd and long.
Harris the back, 1st and 10, Mac Jones. Harris again bursting free into the secondary and brought down by Jerome Baker. That's an 11-yard gain, moving the chains. Boy, he has run well to start this season for the Pats.
He's coming out sharp, Kevin. This is just going to be a handoff to the left, and he winds it back to the right as he gets to that second level. Excellent job up front by that offensive line, giving Harris time to get up and get close, or actually picking up another first down.
Again, Trent Brown, the right tackle, is out with an injured calf. Perron taking his place. 1st and 10, cutting outside. Mason the block, and then tripped up on the play by Emmanuel Ogbah. It is a gain of 4, and out to the 41.
Well, just some things I like about Mac Jones coming into this season. He protects the football. Last year at Alabama, only 4 interceptions compared to 41 touchdowns. No turnovers in the preseason, none yet today. Command of the offense. Josh McDaniel talked about how he is just a relentless worker, and then grinder and leader. Because of the amount of time he spends, the guys have reacted to that because they know how much he puts into it, and he's always prepared.
Second down, 6. Here comes Harris again. And plowing his way out to about the 46 with a pickup of 5. Tom Brady used to have those Tuesday meetings with Bill Belichick for 20 years when they would go over just the two of them, the plays, the upcoming opponent. And now Mac Jones is in that office with Coach Belichick on those Tuesdays.
Well, they were very complimentary, both Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels, about Mac Jones and just the way he's prepared. And Mac Jones talked about the foundation that he had early, in, whether it be in high school and then, of course, with Nick Saban at Alabama, and how he was prepared for this moment as they pick up the first down.
Damian Harris picks up 2 and tumbles ahead out to the 48-yard line. Mel?
It didn't take long for Mac Jones to earn the trust and confidence of his teammates. He's the guy who, when the offense makes a mistake in practice, before the coaches can even say anything, he will demand they run the play over again. Jonnu Smith told us this week that's the expectation. You don't want to know he's a rookie.
Like we said, turned 23 a week ago. His mom and dad are here watching. 1st and 10. They go underneath. And this is caught by one of those high-priced tight ends, Jonnu Smith. He's been battling an ankle in camp. He makes the grab. He picks up 8. The quarter is over. They're inside the 45 of the Dolphins. But Tua with a touchdown run. It's the Dolphins on top. Fans in the stands. Great fan bases in both Miami and South Florida and here in New England. 2nd and 2, first play. There goes Harris, wrapped up inside, grabbed by John Jenkins, taking the place of the injured Raekwon Davis. No gain on the play. Jonathan Kraft on the right, the owner Robert Kraft, the chairman Robert Kraft in the middle, Sherry Redstone on the left, all watching today, and a beautiful day in New England.
It is a great day, and it's just great to have fans back in the stands, Kevin. It's just the energy's different than what it was a year ago. I know, talking to both teams, players on both teams, they were excited about having fans back because they feed off of that energy.
White is in, 3rd and 2. Mac Jones around the block at the right tackle, and there's time, and there's the throw for a first down. And they get Myers for a 2nd time today. Jacoby picks up 5 right there, the former quarterback at North Carolina State. He's down to the 39. They move the chains.
Kevin, that's going to be one of the few times today that you'll see the Dolphins only rush 3. It's 3rd and short. That is normally a pressure down with man-to-man coverage. That time they look like they're going to pressure, but they only rush 3, drop 8 back into coverage. Good job by Mac Jones, not forcing it downfield, taking the flat, and picking up the first down.
This is the 3rd possession for the Pats today. Punt and a fumble. It's the 8th play of the drive here, and it's a 1st and 10 for the rookie out of Alabama. Mac Jones, quick throw, got it away, ricocheted, and almost reeled in. It's incomplete. A thicket of defenders there. They were going for Myers. In the vicinity, they had McCourty.
Well, and Myers prevents an interception. Watch as this ball's tipped the first time. It looks like it's an easy interception. Coming up to catch it. Oh, no, I'm going to put my hand on it again. Knocks it right away from Rowe. That's the first incompletion of the day for Mac Jones. 6 of 7 now, starting this game.
Josh Boyer, another former Patriot, is the defensive coordinator. 2nd down and 10. It's the pitch out to Harris, blocked by Smith, knifes his way to the 35. With a gain on the play of 4, and the tackle made by Brennan Scarlett, the former Texan. He had a good camp for the Dolphins.
Going right now, the Patriots are easing their way down into field goal range. Of course, they'd like to pick up this first down, but they'd also like to gain some positive yards so that it gives them an opportunity to attempt a long field goal if that's what they decide to do.
3rd down story there. Right in the backfield. White releases, they go the other way. Caught by Myers into the secondary and upended on the play by Javon Holland. White, a catch and run of 22 and put him down to the 14.
Just lined up in the slot. There's 3 receivers to the left. They just run a wheel route to the outside, and the Dolphins get confused and leave him wide open. Mac Jones doesn't miss it.
Jacoby Myers, 3 catches and 31 yards. 1st and 10.
Hey, 52.
Nick Johnson is in the backfield. With a block. Mason with the block. Owenu. And they go out of the end zone. Wise play, heavily covered, and incomplete. They're looking for Bolden.
Smart play by Jones, just throwing that ball away, realizing he had 1st and 10. Not the time for a negative play after getting the ball down inside the red zone.
Harris is in second down and 10. 5-minute drive. It's Harris. Look at him, slippery as he is, corkscrew to the 1. Did he roll on a body? Let's see. Touchdown, he did! 14-yard run.
The ruling on the field was that the runner was down short of the goal line. However, we have a holding offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
The hard part's going to be is the back side is where the holding call takes place. It's not to the front side where they're attacking.
It wasn't 74. There is no 74. It was 76. Isaiah Wynn. It was called for the hold. Wipes out the touchdown. Second down and 20.
Like it's there. 180.
With this, Andrews a block. Going underneath for Smith, the former Tennessee Titan. Down he goes. Nick Needham got him. And it's a gain of 6 on the play.
Well, a big deal was made of the fact they go out and get Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. There's going to be a lot of 12 personnel, which is a 2 tight end look, 2 wide receivers, and 1 running back. That's going to be a package that the New England Patriots utilize a lot, not only today, but throughout the season.
Jalen Phillips continues to play in the defense. He is the rookie out of Miami, the #1 pick. And they want him to put a lot of pressure on the QB. 3rd and 14, has his head on the turf, and they throw over him, and they get Jonnu Smith, who gets, head over heels, and a fumble recovered by Andrews. To the 9. Oh, that was a wicked hit.
Well, Byron Jones, the one that come up and make that hit. He's not afraid. A lot of corners don't necessarily, that isn't Jones. That's Holland coming in there and making that tackle. The rookie out of Oregon gets low as Jonnu Smith tries to hurdle him. That ball comes loose on the hurdle. Excellent job by Andrews to recover it to allow this field goal attempt.
So Nick Folk will come in. They've got Quinn Nordine, who was a rookie and kicked during training camp. And they brought Folk off the practice squad. And here is a boot from 27, which is up and good. And the Patriots are on the board. Nick Folk just kicked a 27-yard field goal with some nice plays on that drive, orchestrated by the rookie quarterback Jones. A 22-yard catch and run by Myers, the big play on it.
Well, he's been very good in terms of understanding the pocket, throwing the ball away when he needs to. They got that touchdown that was called back on a holding call that put him back to 1st and 20. Able to salvage a field goal out of that, Kevin.
Jake Bailey's going to kick off for New England. Jakeem Grant is back, and over his head it goes and out. Touchback to the 25. Well, folks, help support Hurricane Ida recovery efforts in the Gulf and the Northeast. Visit NFL.com/auction to bid on authentic, game-worn items and support the Gulf Coast Renewal Fund. An American Red Cross. Text IDA to 90999. That's 90999 to donate $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Ida relief. Felt all over the Northeast and the Southeast. And our thoughts are with him. Savon Ahmed is in. Vailoa, 1st down and 10. Up the middle they come, and behind his tight end he throws. Gesicki with Phillips defending. It'll be 2nd and 10 to New York. James and Boomer.
Boomer, back-to-back 75-yard drive.
Really impressive by Cleveland. On 4th and 1, they go for it to give the ball to Jarvis Landry. He ends up scoring a touchdown. Cleveland extends their lead to 15-3 over the Chiefs.
Back to Kevin Harlan.
You know, the last time the Browns won on opening day was back in 2004. Butch Davis was the head coach. It's a long time ago. 2nd down 10. And outside they go, and it's caught here by Parker. Devontae Parker slicing his way inside, a 23-yard catch and run. Tagovailoa right on the screws for a Miami first down.
Well, Tagovailoa himself is 5 of 7, and that time accurate on the throw that allows Parker to get yards after a catch. He put some heat on that ball, Kevin. Nice job by Parker to reach behind, a little bit on the back shoulder, but able to make that catch and get the ball near midfield.
Throwing long, one of the things you talked about it earlier on that people talked about Tua's throwing a season ago. He needs to do more. Nice play right there. 1st and 10. Getting a good block inside from Dieter, the center, and that is dropped. And they're going for the often injured Devontae Parker with the coverage on the play by J.C. Jackson.
Well, coming off the play action, they're trying to push the ball up the field. Parker does an excellent job as he's doing that dig route to lose ground and come back to the ball. But doing an even better job was J.C. Jackson. He gets that left arm in there and knocks the ball away.
Trent, one of the big stories for Miami's offense, these wide receivers, talented as they are, have struggled to stay healthy.
They have tried. You know, really, today is the first time they've all been working together. They've all been injured throughout training camp, throughout the preseason. They haven't had many snaps together except in practice, and now they're finally getting a chance on the field.
2nd down 10. Tua ball tipped at the line. Flag thrown. The ball was tipped, though. We could clearly see it. It lost its flight, even though a flag was thrown in the secondary. And because it was tipped, the flag will be picked up.
Excellent job seeing that, Kevin. That was flipped, and J.C. Jackson got away with one because that ball was tipped. He had that right arm around the waist of Devontae Parker, but with that ball being tipped, you're right, Kevin. It'll come back.
And it looked like Kyle Van Noy, the former Dolphin. Before that with the Patriots, before that with Detroit. He's been around, and he's excited to be back in New England after signing a big contract with Miami.
To review, the ruling on the play is that the ball was tipped, and therefore there is no foul. And we got 3rd down on the play from the previous spot.
I thought he seemed very focused when we talked to him yesterday, Trent. He was very disappointed that the Dolphins gave up on him.
He was very focused and very animated about this game. He knew the day, March 1st. He knew the time, 3 p.m., that he was released by the Dolphins, and he was going to bring some juice. I was watching him in warm-ups, and he was going crazy trying to get the crowd into it. And you can see now, after knocking that ball away, trying to get the crowd turned up and create some noise here on 3rd down for Tua.
Malcolm Brown is the running back. 6 in the secondary. 3rd and 10. They need the 42. Eichenberg the block at the left tackle. Tua dropped. Jalen Waddle. It's 4th down. Ball was there. The catch was not.
That's a ball you got to have. And Jalen Waddle, the rookie 1st-round pick, if he catches that ball, he doesn't even have to gain another yard. He's already got the 1st down. It goes right through his hands. That's one he should have had. Now it's forcing a punt.
Dolphin punter Michael Pilardi, who is a former St. Thomas Aquinas High School player in Fort Lauderdale. He'll send this off to Ashesky. Left-footed punt. There's very little wind. And into the end zone, touchback to the 20. 2nd consecutive Miami punt after Tua ran one in from 3, 7-3 Fins. Miami punt into the end zone, touchback 21st and 10.
Hey, we're good. 52.
Calling out 52. That's the backer, the middle linebacker, Roberts. Fake to Harris. And up the middle he goes. And he finds the wide receiver, Nelson Aguilar, playing with a bad ankle. Comes from Las Vegas. That's a gain of 12 on the play. Tuesdays this fall from executive producer Dick Wolf comes a new night of television. FBI Most Wanted. And the series premiere of FBI International. These elite teams will prove that justice has no borders. 3 teams, 1 night, starting Tuesday, September 21st on CBS. Harrison 1st and 10, banging around like a pinball. He takes it with a back pedal past the 35. And so far, Jones, 9 completions, and 8 of those have been under 10 yards in his first career start. The gain right there was for 3.
You know, Kevin, I've been really impressed with Mac Jones and the way he's handled himself. He's been under pressure a few times, and he's handled it well. The previous time on the completion to Aguilar, the Dolphins showed blitz. They brought the safety in the box. He very calmly adjusted the protection, told the offensive line, came off the play fake, made an accurate throw to Aguilar to pick up 12.
Second down long, 6. Henry with the block and going deep. Oh, and a nice defensive play by Jason McCourty on Jacoby Myers. Beautifully played by the 34-year-old former Patriot, Jason McCourty. Incomplete.
Well, and Jason McCourty knows this team well because he was with the Patriots, and he talked to us last night about they're going to run the ball, and at some point in time, they're going to go play action and try and pick up a big throw over the top. He stayed with his receiver, was in position to get that left arm out there and knock it away, preventing the big game.
Spent most of the previous 12 years playing cornerback, but with Bobby McCain gone, making the safety 3rd and 6. White in the backfield, batted down. Inside looked to be Agba. Right in the grill in the passing lane, knocked it away in a good defensive series for Miami.
It was a good defensive series. After that first play, that first completion to pick up a first down, they held tight, got a 3-and-out after that initial first down, and this time rushing 5, getting pressure up around Mac Jones, and you can see the extension of the arm by Agba to knock that down.
Agba last year was number 2 in the NFL in defensive pressure. Jake Bailey will punt. Grant is back. Little breeze inside. The Telltales are limp. They got to rock it off and back inside the 5 with a hang of 4-9. Here comes one of the most dangerous return men in the NFL, Jakeem Grant. Out of bounds, he flies. 7:41 first half. Good play by Agba. Well, the last time that every team in the same division started quarterback 25 years or younger in their season opener, 1973. AFC Central. Phipps, Pastorini, Bradshaw, Kenny Anderson. After the punt by New England. Yes, to the 20 with the 1st and 10. Ahmed is the running back. Tua outside. Ahmed chased. Hard to bring down. Finally shoved by Bentley as he was walking the sideline and gained 6 out to the 26. And Josh Allen today for the Bills. Tagovailoa with the Miami Dolphins. Mac Jones, who just turned 23. And Zach Wilson playing today in Carolina, the quarterback out of BYU for the New York Jets.
Yeah, we'll see them next week, Kevin. We're going to be in New York for the Mac Jones-Zach Wilson matchup. First of many, I'm assuming.
Tagovailoa has started 4 of 4 since he's gone 2 of 7. Second down 4. Albert Wilson. Ahmed. The block inside by Hunt, but again, he's driven backwards and loses a yard to James and Boomer at CBS.
Mahomes' feet.
Yeah, how about the dynamic Patrick Mahomes? He runs around for about 50 yards and is going to be credited with a 5-yard touchdown run here. He takes it in for his Chiefs. They cut the lead to 5, 15-10. Browns still lead.
Back to Kevin Harlan.
Well, the Chiefs guys have won 6 consecutive games on opening day, tying them with the Packers for the longest current streak in the NFL. It's 3rd and 5. 5 in the secondary. Tagovailoa pressured, Brown the block, and it is almost picked off on the play by Devin McCourty, but incomplete. Boy, the McCourtys on the Dolphins and the Patriots have had their fingerprints on this one.
You know, Kevin, I had a quarterback coach tell me years ago, it's always dangerous to throw the ball late down the middle. He gets flushed from the pocket and he looks back inside, and he's fortunate to get away with that. There's certain times of the game where you got to be riskier than others. At this juncture of the game with a 4-point lead still in the first half, that wasn't the time to take that risk. Later in the game, if you're trying to make something happen, I understand it. That's the first mistake for me. That's the first mental mistake he's had today.
Polardi, Oshesky from the 38, and the Avalanche will bring him down. Mac Hollins, who's a terrific special teamer, was there. 4-4 in the hang, 37-yard punt, 6:06 in the second. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, JB and Company scores, highlights, and news from the first weekend of the NFL. The Verizon Halftime on deck at CBS in New York after a punt, 37-yard line. Mac Jones, 1st down and 10. Harris out of the backfield, and that's who he goes to on the wing. With the beat on him across the way is Eric Rowe. And foiled on the play and brought down by Wilkins, who's on that defensive line, Mel, now without Raekwon Davis.
Yeah, Kevin, an update on him, who's currently questionable with that right knee injury. He got that knee braced up, ran some sprints, did some bull rushes down here on the sideline, and he appears good to go. He had his helmet on for quite some time, standing on the sideline. It's now back in his hand. I'm not sure why he hasn't gone back in the game yet, but he is antsy, and that is good news for the Dolphins.
Well, Mel, John Jenkins has taken his place. They signed him in April, 16, second time with Miami. Second down, 3. Oh, nice shifty move and a good cut. And Harris brought down by Jerome Baker. And a gain of 4 on the play, and that's a first down run. They're out to the 49 of New England.
Well, Kevin, we got to keep an eye on this. The fact that the Dolphins have gone to some hurry up, they haven't done a lot the last 3 drives. Every one of their drives has been under a minute and a half the last 3 drives. That means their defense has been on the field a long time. Right now, the Patriots are more than 6 minutes more time of possession. So they're going to have to continue. As you see right now, the Dolphins are rotating a lot of bodies in there. They're going to get tired if this pace continues.
3 consecutive punts for Miami. White in the backfield. First and 10 for Mac Jones.
Hey, 49.
Who's told us yesterday he's been a lot of time watching Tom Brady tape, and why not? Around the block at the right tackle. Downfield he goes. It's caught. Aguilar. It's right in front of McCourty with a catch and a gain of 26 to the 26 of Miami.
Well, Kevin, that's the biggest completion of the day, and Tua reached back and really fired this one. He had to get it in between 2 linebackers, but in front of the safety, McCourty. Good job by McCourty hitting him, trying to knock the ball loose, but even better job by Aguilar to secure that ball to his chest and not let it get knocked out.
Mac Jones with the completion, first and 10 on an empty backfield.
180!
To the side he goes. Tough catch there. Would have been hauled in beautifully by White, and Baker was covering. He was the coverage linebacker for the Dolphins. Second down and 10.
Well, I can't give all compliments, Kevin. That time that should have been a completion. That one's on Mac Jones. He just didn't set his feet. He was falling away a little bit to the outside. That causes that inaccuracy when you're throwing to your left. If you open up too much and fall away, it tends to get the ball to die or to fall off to the outside, and that's exactly what happened.
One of the things that was interesting about Jones, he has been studying the defensive playbook, he says, as much as the offensive playbook. Wants to know concepts that teams in the NFL run defensively. Said it's helped him. Second down and 10. Underneath, they go to Harris. Baker was there, losing a hat, and down finally with the Byron Jones tackle and a gain of 9. And he's close to the 16.
Well, he's slow to get up. When his helmet came off, it looked like he may have gotten a little bit of, whether it be face mask or hand something up, bit his tongue or something.
Little shaken up on the play. And we'll step aside with 3:45 to play in the first half from Foxborough. Mouth injury for Harris. They've replaced him with the rookie, Ramondre Stevenson, who fumbled last time on the field. 3rd and 1.
52.
They were number 1 in 3rd and 1s a year ago. Blocked by Stevenson. Here they come up the middle, and they get him with the flag hit by Landon Roberts.
They're going to, Kevin, sorry about that. They're going to get Roberts for going low on the quarterback. He goes down at the knees of Mac Jones. And
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 52, plays half the distance to the goal line. First down, New England.
well, this is a mistake by Mac Jones to not get rid of the ball, but you can see Roberts comes through. Watch as he goes low and tackles Mac Jones around the knees. He's saying that he was falling to the ground, and that's all he could get to. He has a good argument for that, because as he ran through the block, his momentum was taking him down, but the rule went into place years ago, and part of the reason for the rule was because of Tom Brady when he was the New England quarterback, protecting the knees. This time it came back.
These are 2 of the least penalized teams from a year ago in the NFL. Harris is back in. First and goal. It's Harris. Smith with the block. Reverses field with the spin. A Butler hit and finally brought down by John Jenkins. And all that running produced a yard. Second and goal. The Patriots, Miami, the two least penalized teams a year ago. That was Miami's first penalty this afternoon. Look at Brian Flores, who has done a magnificent job with this team. Tied for the second highest improved record a season ago, +5 with Cleveland. Second down and goal. Trent Brown still out. Perron still in at the tackle. There is a block and touchdown pass. Aguilar from the rookie Mac Jones. His first NFL touchdown pass.
Just a play fake up the middle coming back. You have two receivers to the outside. It's a high-low read for Mac Jones. They catch the Dolphins in zone coverage. They get soft and drop back on the corner route. Watch as he comes off the play fake. He gets his eyes to the backside. There's a corner to the back corner. Hits Aguilar underneath. Able to make that inside defender miss. Get in untouched.
They want to give him the ball, and I don't know if he's going to. He doesn't want it. And Folk will put one through to make it a 10-7 lead for the New England Patriots. Mac Jones has just thrown his first NFL touchdown pass, a 7-yard strike to Aguilar. We'll be back in 30 seconds to Foxborough after this. Key play on that long scoring drive by the New England Patriots that began back at their 37 was a roughing the passer on 3rd down, then the 7-yard touchdown pass to Aguilar for Mac Jones.
You'd see him on the sideline, Mac Jones, doing some breathing, and you may think that's just a normal average thing. We talked to him about it the other day, and he said, listen, I have a routine that I go through to keep myself calm. Because I asked him, I said, are you always this calm? And he said, well, going into a game, you get excited and fired up. And he said, I have a way that I relax myself, and obviously doing some of that on the sideline as well.
Jake Bailey will put this over the head of Jakeem Grant. Out of the 25, just outside the gates of Gillette Stadium, sits the new September 11th Memorial Garden, which was dedicated by the Kraft family on Thursday. 6 trees were placed throughout the memorial, representing all 6 New England states. At the base of each tree sits tribute stones with names of those passed away on September 11th, 2001. .25 for New England. For the Miami Dolphins, 3 consecutive punts forced by the New England D. 2 up, 1st and 10, going deep, and what a catch is made by Waddle. Bounces back up and takes it downfield and hit by Jalen Mills inside the 40, 36-yard completion.
Great job by Tua recognizing it's man-to-man coverage. There's only one safety over the top, and he was working to the other side of the field. McCourty was all the way on the far side to the numbers, so he knew he had one-on-one by 3 different receivers. He wanted that inside slot fade, and now he's getting with the hard count.
There goes a flag. Waddle dropped an easy one last time. That one, he makes a very difficult
on
catch.
Infraction. Defense number 53. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
Well, the Dolphins were upset specifically to us, saying, why didn't you let us have the free play? They knew they had him off sides on a hard count. You can see Brian Flores isn't happy with it either. You get him on the hard count, you know you can take a shot to the end zone and maybe get a free one because the penalty was already called, but the officials must have blown the flag thinking he was unimpeded to the quarterback.
2-minute warning. Tagovailoa with a 3-yard touchdown run. Mac Jones with a 7-yard touchdown pass. Beautiful downtown Boston. Perfect day in New England. We're at the 2-minute warning. Melanie Collins is on our sideline. Trent Green is to our side. Kevin Harlan with you. Opening weekend in the NFL. Patriots on top, and a field goal by Folk and a 7-yard touchdown pass to Aguilar from Matt Jones. Each team with 3 timeouts. 1st and 5 coming up for Miami. Tagovailoa. With Miles Gaskin by his side. Rookie left tackle. Waddle on the move. Smythe the block, and it is incomplete. Jackson was defending Devontae Parker. 2nd and 5.
We're going back to the last play. Watch, this is what the Dolphins were upset about. They get the offsides. He jumps back, so he's not unimpeded to the quarterback. So they wanted a free play because they had 2 go routes on the backside to the slot, and the safety was on the other side of the field, so they knew they were going to have a shot to the end zone.
2nd down 5. Gaskin. And over there, Van Noy, as he rolls out, gain of about 4. Put him shy of the 30. So
somebody called a timeout. We just can't hear
Brissett has just come out on the field. Jacoby Brissett had run out onto the field. The backup quarterback who had signed from the Indianapolis Colts this past offseason. Ryan Fitzpatrick, who started a lot last year, the games that Tua didn't, signed in the offseason with Washington. By the way, he was injured today. And so the Dolphins will keep Brissett in.
Well, it was New England that took the timeout, hoping to get a stop here on 3rd down and have enough time to go down and try and get their own score before the half.
One player has been quiet for the Finns has been Gesicki. 3rd down 1. They'll try to spin. Brissett trying to get inside the 29. And looks like he has plowed his way for it.
Yep. Sorry about that, Kevin. I had to get that in before the ball was snapped because he is such a bigger quarterback than what Tua is. So you bring him in on 3rd and short and try and push the pile and use that size to get the first down like they did.
Former Patriot Jacoby Brissett with the 1st and 10.
No, they got a legal procedure.
Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
They were tackled Jesse Davis.
And Kevin, they were just trying to use up the clock. They knew New England had called timeout to stop the clock. So on the quarterback sneak, the clock is running. So you hurry up to the line of scrimmage. You go through this whole big drawn-out cadence, multiple shifts and movements. You see the right tackle move there. They were going to take it all the way down and call timeout. But instead, a legal procedure before Brissett could call the timeout.
Tagovailoa is back in for Coach Brian Flores. Miami, 3 timeouts. New England, 2. First and 15. The running back is Myles Gaskin.
And Miami elects not to take a timeout to save the 10 seconds. So please put 47 seconds on the game clock.
On a 1st and 15. Underneath he goes. Gaskin is right there and chased out of bounds by Dante Hightower. He's got a gain down to about the 23. It's a pickup of 10. Coming up, the Verizon Halftime Report. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Cowher for the latest NFL scores, highlights, and news from New York, our CBS studios. The Verizon Halftime Report to the 23. 2nd down and 5 after the gain of 10 right there.
Well, Kevin, Miami has all 3 timeouts, so they can utilize any part of the field they want. That time, nice gain getting Gaskin matched up one-on-one with Hightower. You'll take that matchup, and he's able to get out of bounds, stop the clock, and preserve all 3 timeouts.
4 in the secondary. 2nd down and 5. And going to the end zone, he's got him. Oh, what a great defensive play by Jalen Mills. In his first year, the former Eagle coming up with a spectacular deflection.
It looked for sure like Albert Wilson was going to have a touchdown. Mills gets that left arm up. and knocks it away at the last second.
You know, the best player on this defense, Stephon Gilmore, is out, the former Defensive Player of the Year on the physically unable to perform list for the first 6 weeks. Mills taking his place, and that time doing a terrific job with a 3rd down and 5. They got by Eichenberg, and down he goes. Hit on the play, Uche. Josh Uche pressuring the Dolphin quarterback. An emerging star. And they beat Liam Eichenberg starting today for Austin Jackson, although he is up and dressed.
What a tremendous play by the second-year player, Uche. As you said, just running through Eichenberg and getting to Tua to come up with the sack. That was pure strength and power, Kevin.
Austin Jackson was on the COVID list all week. He flew separately from the team, is eligible to play today. They activated him. But it's been the rookie left tackle who started there 38 games for Notre Dame but has not been practicing there nor playing there in the preseason. He's been playing the left guard or the right tackle. Now it's a 48-yard try by Jason Sanders. Last season, a terrific 36 of 39. This to tie. And that's how we go to halftime. Tied at 10. The big play on that drive by the Dolphins, the 36-yard terrific catch by Waddle. Gaskin caught one and ran for 10. And then Jason Sanders belts one through, who's coming off a career year, and nails it from 48 yards away. We're tied at 10. Halftime next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local CBS station. Run of 3. Mac Jones with a touchdown pass to Aguilar. Tied at 10. Kevin Harlan, Trent Green will check in with Melanie Collins in just a moment on a beautiful afternoon here in Foxborough. Impressions of the quarterbacks in the first half.
Well, I'm impressed with both of them. We knew it was going to be a shootout between these two because they're both young quarterbacks from Alabama. This was the focus coming into this game. Tua Tagovailoa has his stats aren't nearly as good because he's had a couple of drops. But here early in the game, he's accurate with the throw. This is the touchdown run, the only touchdown of the half for the Miami Dolphins. And then Mac Jones, he's been excellent in terms of his completion percentage. Majority of his throws have been short, under 10 yards, but he's been accurate with those throws and his decision-making. The one touchdown pass. Look here, he doesn't even want the ball. It's his first touchdown pass in the NFL. His teammates tried giving him the ball, and he kept handing it back.
Miami may recall, as you take a look at Mac Jones, Miami won the opening toss. They have deferred to the second half, so they're going to get it first. With a look at Tua. And again, to kick off will be Jake Bailey. Jakeem Grant is back. Waddle with a big first half catching for the Dolphins. And that ball is in the end zone with a touchback to the 25 with a 1st and 10. So Tagovailoa has had the job of starter throughout the offseason, throughout training camp. People that have watched him in practice and in games like the way his confidence was being used, his leadership role, his voice was louder, a lot of things, a lot of compliments he got.
Yeah, and last year Ryan Fitzpatrick has that big personality, right? And so with him gone, moving on to Washington, Tua had to take more of a vocal lead this year, and he did just that in the offseason and during the preseason.
Myles Gaskin with the block by Hunter Long, the rookie tight end out of BC, and a gain of 2, and downstairs to Melanie Collins.
Well, Kevin, this matchup never seems to disappoint. Brian Flores told me we knew this was going to be a dogfight. This is exactly what we expected. We've got to do a better job protecting Tua Tagovailoa. We have to do a better job getting open versus man coverage, and we need to recommit to the run. I asked Bill Belichick his thoughts on Mac Jones's first half. He was pretty short. He said we've just got to be more consistent on both sides of the ball.
Flores, a longtime assistant for Belichick. 2nd down and 8. Waddle on the move. Tagovailoa moving up niftily, but a pass is incomplete. They're going for Smythe, and again Gesicki, a guy that is so important to this offense, been very quiet today. 3rd and 8 coming up for Miami.
Well, and it unfolded right there on second down, what Melanie just got through talking to us about in her conversation with Brian Flores. They have to be able to beat man-to-man coverage, and they have to be able to protect Tua Tagovailoa. That time the pocket breaks down because nobody can get separation in man-to-man. So he steps up. He has to try squeezing the ball in there to the outside, not able to make the completion, bringing up 3rd and long.
Malcolm Brown is the running back. 6 in the secondary. Tagovailoa moves up and goes deep, and he's going for Parker. Always got the ball. Did he get his feet in? Yes, he did. At the 43, right in front of Jackson. A 30-yard strike and a Miami first down.
Well, Devontae Parker has a 2-inch advantage, 6'3" over 6'1". He gets away with the push up there, a little bit left hand on the back, not enough to where the official calls it. He's able to secure the ball and get both feet in bounds, setting up Miami for a first down.
Brown will take it. Hit on the play by Phillips. Brings him down about the 42 and a gain of 1. So the receivers have been a big story for Miami today. Waddle, 58 yards, 3 catches. Parker, 2 catches and 53. And this magnificent reception moments ago.
The concentration he has, not only to focus on the ball, he gets the left foot in, but to think to get that right foot back in bounds as he's falling out of bounds. Tremendous job by Devontae Parker.
Battled a shoulder injury in camp. 2nd down, 9. Gaskin goes wide. Into the nickel. Quick hitter, Gaskin looking for a block. Chased in the play by Bentley. Swerves inside the 30. Brought down by the aforementioned Bentley. A catch and run of 13 and a first down, Miami.
Kevin, that movement by Gaskin to get to the outside, and then you see Bentley follow him out there, that gives Tua Tagovailoa the idea or the thought right away that it's man-to-man coverage. So he knows where he's going with the football, especially with Bentley that far off in coverage.
In the pistol, Gaskin 1st and 10, cuts outside, chased by Williams, and out of bounds he rolls. At the 15, another first down. That gains 15 on the ground, and a first down for the Dolphins.
Well, Gaskin, 2 plays in a row, is able to pick up first downs once through the air. Good job of catching the ball on the slant. That time using his speed to get around to the outside. Pick up another first down inside the red zone.
He led Miami in rushing last season. He was the last of 25 running backs taken 3 years ago out of the University of Washington. Right now, look at this. Ahmed, Wildcat. 1st and 10. Smythe the block. And he'll burrow and drive and plow all the way to the 7-yard line. Of course, this was the scene of the crime. 8 gain on the ground right there of the Wildcat a couple years ago when Miami brought it in and beat the Patriots.
Well, considering both of these staffs know each other and know what they're going to run because there's a lot of carryover between these two staffs. Both of them talked about there are going to be a few wrinkles. We just saw the wrinkle on that last play with Ahmed in the backfield. And it looks like we're going to get another one, this time with Tua split out wide.
Malcolm Brown, direct snap. And he'll go down to the 3 with a hit by Bentley and a gain of 4. 2 consecutive direct snaps.
And what I was going to say is both teams said, listen, we have to do our fundamentals and we have to prepare for what we know they're going to do. And then you have to make adjustments to the wrinkles that present themselves throughout the course of the game. Right now, the Patriots need to make an adjustment to this wrinkle. 2 plays in a row now, and they were able to pick up. The Dolphins were a first down inside the 5.
George Godsey and Eric Studesville are the co-offensive coordinators. Charlie Fry, the quarterback coach. 1st and goal at the 3. Tua back in. 9th play of the drive. On the move is Waddle. Tua. Waddle to the pylon. Touchdown! And the Dolphins have gone on top.
Well, Waddle makes up for the big drop that he had in the first down with that effort right there. There's contact at the 2-yard line, and he dives for the pylon and is able to cross before hitting the ground. Great effort on Waddle's part.
Waddle missed his final season at Alabama with an ankle injury. A terrific punt returner in college football. He was the 6th overall pick out of Alabama. He has caught 4 for 61 yards and a touchdown in his NFL debut. He has been brilliant. And Tagovailoa with a 12 of 21, 173-yard performance so far. Sanders will try to tack on one more. What a drive by Miami. They get it 17-10. The Fins. Parker caught one for 30. Gaskin ran one for 15. Caught and ran for 13. And then Waddle caught one from Tua for 3. It's Miami by 7. There's a former Southeastern Conference freshman of the year, 3 years at Alabama. Really didn't play that much last year because of the injury. But boy, he has been electrifying. He's made a difference in this offense. He just got a touchdown pass with a good-looking run after a short throw and hit the pylon for 6.
You talk about this Miami offense, and a year ago with Tua, there was a lot of attention placed on the tight ends with Gesicki and the numbers he was putting up. But then all of a sudden you draft a Waddle and you get a healthy Devontae Parker. You're bringing in some big play weapons into this offense.
Bolden will bring it out. That was upended on the play by Brandon Jones. It is a gain of 24 with a look at Mac Jones and a flag thrown on the play. Or you talk about scripting the right way. The Dolphins got a touchdown in their first possession, and they get a touchdown in their first possession of the second half. There's a look at Waddle. And, of course, as we came into this game, we've mentioned before, staying healthy for this very talented group of receivers. And Will Fuller isn't even here.
Holding return team number 36. At least half the distance to the goal line from the spot of the foul. First down, New England.
Will Fuller was signed from Houston, and he had a 6-game suspension at the end of last year, and the final game was today. He'll be back next week.
Well, and there's no Preston Williams.
Right,
and
exactly.
That's another track meet kind of guy. He's the fastest guy that they have, or was the fastest guy prior to Waddle getting here. But you add Williams and Fuller into the mix, it's going to be a dangerous core.
With a couple tight ends, tackled by Agba on Damian Harris, and a gain of 4, and Trent is out to about the 12. And here are the first half possessions for the New England Patriots.
After struggling out of the gate there, you can see they settled down and got 2 of their last 3 possessions were scores. We talked about Mac Jones, 14 of 19, 133 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, doing an excellent job of protecting the football.
This is 2nd down and 6, and Harris once again around with the block and tackled in the secondary by Andrew Van Ginkel, the linebacker, with a gain of 5. A year ago, Harris gained about 5 yards per carry. With a look at Van Ginkel, he's out to the 19-yard line.
Well, for most of the game, the Dolphins have been bringing pressure on 3rd and short and going man-to-man. There was one play earlier in the game with a 3rd and short that they looked like they were going to pressure. They ended up rushing 3, dropping 8, and Mac Jones was able to shift through that and pick up the first down. But right now, it looks like everything's stacked in the box.
3rd down and 1. With a couple tight ends for Mac Jones. And Harris, it looks like he stopped. He was before he got that necessary yardage.
It's going to be close, Kevin, with this bottom official.
I thought he had to get past. I'm looking at the far chain, and it looks like he had to get past the 19.
Well, the bottom official came in.
Oh, they gave it to him. You saw it, yeah.
Well, the bottom official came in. When he came running in, he was actually at about the 19.5-yard line, and then when he got up to the ball, he ended up going with the other guy's mark, which moved it back to the 19-yard line. But they determined that's what you needed to get to pick up the first down. And you can see on the replay, there's no real way of, in that pile, being able to challenge that and move where the spot of the ball was.
Then the starting right tackle, Trent Brown, out early in the game with the calf. Haran taking his place. We just saw a new lineman come in that last play, and that was Durant. Here's a 1st and 10. Aguilar, who caught a touchdown pass earlier, is grabbed and taken down by Rowe with a flag. Baker was also there. It is a gain of 5 as it stands now to the 24.
Well, I think they're going to get the Patriots with too many guys on the line of scrimmage. Damian Harris shifted up to the line of scrimmage late, and he and Aguilar were both on the line of scrimmage.
Illegal formation. Offense. The outside man was covering the inside receiver. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Watch to the outside here. He slides up on the line of scrimmage. Well, the shift had already moved when we started the replay, but prior to that point where we just showed you. He was in the backfield, and he thought he needed to be on the line of scrimmage. But all he has to do is look to the inside and see Aguilar is on the line of scrimmage, but he shifted up late, therefore covering the inside receiver, which is an illegal formation.
Tight ends quiet for New England. Just 3 catches today. 1st and 15. Deep drop by Jones in terrific time. They tried to get that into Harris with outstanding coverage by Landon Roberts. It'll be 2nd down. The incompletion.
Well, talk about tight man coverage. There was nobody open on that one. The Patriots sent a guy deep. 2 guys were on him. They had Jonnu Smith in the middle of the field. Guy right in his hip pocket. Nowhere to go with the football.
You saw Xavier Howard. I don't know if they've even thrown at him today. It's the first time we've said his name. The guy who led the NFL with 10 interceptions last season. 2nd down, 15. White in the backfield. Haran the block, and here goes a great reception by Aguilar. Knocked out of bounds by Eric Rowe. And the quarterback, Matt Jones, on the money. A 21-yard reception. And he's out near the 30.
Excellent accuracy by Mac Jones, getting the ball to the outside as we see a Dolphins player down. They catch the Dolphins in zone, and he gets it over the top of the underneath coverage to get the completion in the 1st down by the sideline.
That's Rowe. Will step aside. 7:49, 3rd. Rowe walks off. Brandon Jones has taken his place. Javon Holland is back there really deep, well off the line. 1st and 10. White the back. Matt Jones with the 1st and 10. 22nd throw. He's being chased on the play by Ogba. Being chased on the play by Baker. And he got the ball off to Kendrick Bourne. Oh, and he got it inside the 35, and a flag has been thrown.
Yeah.
Back at the 25, could wipe out a gain of 32.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Offense,
Haran.
number 75, 10-yard penalty, replay 1st down.
He's the one taking the plays to the injured Trent Brown at the right tackle.
Well, and Ogba beats him around the edge and has an easy sack if he doesn't grab him. It's just going to be, it's actually matched up right there. Watch 91 come across and work up the field. He does the swim move, gets underneath. It's an easy call. You could see it. Excellent job by Mac Jones stepping up and sliding to the outside and making an accurate throw up the field, but pretty clearly a hold, one that they were able to catch.
White is the back, 1st and 20.
180.
Bourne, the fake, twice he fakes, and it goes to Bourne. On the near side with a gain after the catch to the 36 and a pickup of 11 on the play. The unrestricted free agent from the San Francisco 49ers and a flag.
Well, I don't know if they're going to get another hold. It's in the same area that it was before.
Patriots were a team that ran the ball more than passed last year. Of course, with Cam Newton, that would make sense. Today, they have passed more than run. And Mac Jones does have a 7-yard touchdown pass to Aguilar. Late 1st half.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 98. Penalties 5 yards from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
They called Davis on the play, who had come in. Was it Sealer? I think it was.
We're guessing 92 Sealer right there with his hand up in the face mask.
Because Davis has his helmet on the sideline. 1st down and 10. Phillips is in, coming off the edge, and the handoff goes off to the running back, James White. He went to high school in Fort Lauderdale, and he's pushed back with a loss of a yard to the 29-yard line.
Well, Kevin, the biggest part of that penalty is an automatic 1st down. You know, after the holding penalty, the Patriots were really long down in distance, but with the hand to the face and the automatic 1st down.
Harris back in, 2nd down, 11.
180.
It's Jones. Ogba again, blocked by Andrews and incomplete as he was going for Aguilar, and there is Byron Jones again. Came from the Cowboys last year. He and Howard make up one of the best combinations at that cornerback in the NFL.
Well, and we called Jones' name quite a bit today because, as you mentioned just a few seconds ago, they haven't been throwing at Xavier Howard. But Jones has been up to the task. Several passes defensed.
And again, the tight end's quiet for the Patriots after the big signing of two of them, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. Smith has 3 catches. 3rd and 11 for Jones. And down the side, and they've got White with a great reception as he was tailed by Holland and others. 26-yard completion. Aguilar caught one for 21 earlier on 3rd and 11, a gain at 26, and put him at the 45 of Miami.
Kevin, you can't throw this ball any better. This is man-to-man coverage. You got White coming out of the backfield doing a wheel route up the sideline. He's got a linebacker in his hip pocket. You lay it over the outside shoulder where only your guy can catch it, and you hit him in stride. Excellent throw by Mac Jones.
1st and 10. Moves up again. Outside he goes. There's a guy tight end. That is Hunter Henry, who they got from the Chargers. Close to a 1st down. Howard was over there. And the linebacker, Brennan Scarlett. 4 receptions by tight ends today. And we mentioned this earlier that New England spent more money than any other team ever had in offseason free agent acquisitions. And these 2 guys were early targets.
When we talked to Bill Belichick about that, about spending the money, he said, listen, in 2020, we had a lot of dead money on our cap. We couldn't spend anything. 21, we had money, so we spent it. He kept it as simple as that.
White on 2nd down and 1. Brought down by Jones. Needham was there. That's a gain of 10 and a 1st down for the New England Patriots.
But, Kevin, he did say this about free agency. He said, number 1, we start with character. Number 2, are they a good fit for this team? Are they a good fit for our locker room? And that's where the 2 things are, the 2 factors. Yes, you can spend money on a bunch of different things. He said he wanted guys that fit the character of this team and would be good locker room guys and good teammates.
24 guys new on this roster that were not on it at the end of last season. It's Harris, 1st and 10, Sealer right there. A former college football walk-on. He throws him for a loss of 4. He went to Ferris State. He was waived by Baltimore. And Sealer, part of the many great acquisitions this team has made in Miami over the last couple years as they rebuild in every way they can with trades, big signings, and signing kids off the street.
When Brandon Jones was the safety that was blitzing off the outside edge, that caused Harris to cut back inside, and Sealer, with that excellent penetration, was able to make the tackle and wrap him up for a loss.
Jones with the 12th play of the drive. 2nd down and 14. Here comes Phillips. There goes the ball. Wide outside. And corralled on the play by Jerome Baker. He has led Miami in tackles 2 consecutive seasons. It's a gain of 6. And they are just inside the Dolphin 25.
Well, this is going to be a big 3rd down. What do the Dolphins decide to do? They're a mainly man-to-man pressure type of team, but 3rd and long, you want to keep them short of the sticks and force a field goal, or at least a field goal attempt, knowing that you have a 7-point lead. Right now, it looks like they're showcasing man-to-man, especially with the movement, with the motion man.
3rd down and 8 for Mac Jones. They got by Haram. There's the pass, and it's incomplete. They're going for Bourne. And over there was Rowe back in the game after the injury. And it's 4th down and 8, and they're going to try for 3, and Miami's defense holds.
Well, excellent coverage, and they do go man-to-man. They exchange, or they switch defenders. McCourty was in the middle of the field, and he switched with the... He was actually robbing, sitting in the middle of the field, but when a crossing route came, he jumped him. So good job of communication in that secondary, passing it off. So man-to-man, everybody wants cover.
So here comes Nick Folk, elevated off the practice squad. He's already at 1 field goal today at 27. There's a 42 for the lead, and he nails it. And, excuse me, 17-13, Miami on top. They cut the lead of the Dolphins. The Fins on top by 4 on CBS. Eight-minute drive. They only got the 3 points, but Aguilar did catch 1 for 21. White was big on the drive with a 10-yard run, a 26-yard pass reception. They get the 42-yard field goal. They cut into that Miami lead. So Tua has thrown a touchdown pass and run one in. Under Vailoa in his 2nd season with 9 starts a year ago, and starting opening day against his former teammate at Alabama. That is out of the end zone over Grant. Touchback to the 25. Saturday, 3:30 Eastern. The SEC on CBS features a marquee matchup in the Swamp. Number 1, Alabama. Number 11, Florida. You get set for kickoff starting at 2:30 with the drive to Atlanta. Then catch up on all the action from around college football on College Football Today. That's all coming up Saturday here on CBS. And the quarterbacks that have been in that room in Tuscaloosa. Hurts today starting for the Eagles with the big day. Tua with the 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air, and Mac Jones in his first NFL start with 195 through the air and a touchdown pass. A former wing T quarterback out of Jacksonville that was in the same recruiting class, Tagovailoa. There's the handoff, and Ahmed is stuffed. Brought down on the play, and a nice tackle by Adrian Phillips, and a loss of 3, and it's back to the 22. Let's go downstairs to Melanie Collins.
Well, Kevin, Tua, by all accounts, more vocal and hands-on as a leader in year 2. There's been a lot more communication and demonstration with his receivers down here on the sideline, vocalizing what he needs and vice versa. And after that Jalen Waddle touchdown on the last offensive drive, Brian Flores gathered the whole offense and said that's what happens when we win one-on-one matchups. That was a big point of emphasis at the half.
There's a lot going on, and the speed of the game picking up so much since preseason. Second down, 13, going deep, and he's got Ahmed, who can't get the ball because it's 5 yards out of bounds. And he had gotten a little separation. Got the incompletion, and back there, Devin McCourty was covering deep in the secondary for the Patriots.
And Kevin, that was the same shift by Gaskin to the outside, the same formation where in the previous series, Gaskin ran a slant, and they were able to get the completion for a big gain lined up against Bentley. That time, Bentley was flat-footed. He was able to run by him, just Tua wasn't accurate with the throw.
And Ahmed couldn't get it. Gaskin is in. Wilson on the move. 3rd and 13. Screen pass. Gaskin. Oh, read well. Adrian Phillips again. He's had his fingerprints all over this defensive series. It's a loss of 2. 3 and out for Tagovailoa, and here comes the punting unit for Miami.
Look at all the guys stacked at the line of scrimmage for the New England Patriots, and they get a hesitation. This is a screen, so you're going to let them get upfield, but did an excellent job by the rest of the defense to rally and come up and see what was going on with the screen, see the way the linemen were moving to the outside, not allowing any gain at all.
Michael Polardi to punt. Chesky is back at the 30, 29-yard line, 4-3. Couple broken tackles. Scarlett couldn't get him. And finally hit and brought down. Guavin was there among others. 14-yard return, 51-yard punt. The Patriot defense tightening the screws. Flag has just been thrown. Clock at 1:13 to play here late in the 3rd. And we have a little conversation on the sideline here with Judon and others. And that's Bolden, by the way, number 25, a former Miami Dolphin.
Somehow Judon ended up on the bench of the Dolphins.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, return team number 9. 15-yard penalty be forced to the end of the run. First down, New England.
That's on the 2-time Pro Bowler, Matt Judon. And we step aside on CBS. Beautiful Gillette Stadium. Trent Brown was injured early in the game. Haran took his place. Now they're on their 3rd different right tackle. Yasir Durant. They got him in a trade with the Chiefs. Now at the right tackle. Where they've got that line crowded. It's first down and 10 after the Miami punt. Oh, getting away nicely that time was Jones. Here comes Kendrick Bourne. Caught away. Oh, he's shifty. Oh, and he's slippery as he takes it to the 46. Agba knocked him off his horse. 18-yard catch and run. Player down, flag down. Needham was the injured player. It's going to wipe it away. Penalty flag. These are the two least penalties. We mentioned it a couple times, but now they're racking up the penalties. 7 already on New England, 3 on Miami.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, blindside block, offense number 69. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. We'll replay first down.
That's on the veteran Shaq Mason, their starting right guard.
And Kevin, that's the 3rd personal foul. Not only are they getting penalties, but that's the 3rd personal foul. So Bill Belichick's not going to be happy with that. After Judon just got one on special teams, now Shaq Mason gets one after the Patriots picked up a first down.
Running back is Damian Harris. It is a spot foul, so it is 1st and 8. It's Harris pulling here his win. Out of bounds, ushered by Nick Needham. And a gain of 2. Let's go back and watch that previous play.
Let's see, 69 comes in. You see him clip him from the back. That's one of the rules they put in a couple years ago for player safety.
Harris today on the ground has carried 16 times for 79 yards. For the Patriots, 2nd down and 7. Raekwon Davis injured and out with the knee on that defensive line. 2nd and 7, bring the block. Nice catch, 2nd today, Hunter Henry. Got a 16-yard pickup. Brought down on the play by Brandon Jones to the 47. The tight ends now beginning to flex. The Pats down by 4. Back at Gillette Stadium, dusk in New England. Good win with Miami on top. 2 touchdowns by Tua on the ground and through the air. 6-3 as a starter a season ago. And he's got the start today. This is his 10th career start. The Crafts, Robert on the left, Jonathan on the right. They run this organization. Bob Kraft bought this back in 1994. And they've started a rookie quarterback today for the first time in New England for Belichick on opening day. 1st and 10 to start the 4th. 16-yard pass completion to the tight end moments ago. Hunter Henry. He's caught 2. Smith has caught 3. Blitz is on. Outside they go to White. And he's covered right there by Jason McCourty playing his twin brother Devin today. That's a gain of 4. And they're into Miami territory.
Well, great recognition by Mac Jones, realizing that the corner Byron Jones was blitzing from the left to the outside as we take a look at one of the McCourty brothers and the other one. Had a chance to talk with both of them in our meetings, and there was a lot of trash talking going on between the 2 of them, that's for sure.
Mac Jones today, 21 throws, 21 completions, 232 with the touchdown pass. And here he goes to White. And he was initially hit by Adam Butler, then hits the deck with a couple jumping on him, including Aguavin. It is only a gain of 1 to the 48.
Well, it looked like it was a screen, the way it was set up, the way that Mac Jones kind of drifted back and flipped it to the outside, but there were no linemen pulling out to get in front. So it must have just been a hot release with the back coming free, or with the linebacker coming free up the edge.
3rd down and 5. Myers on the move. Blitz is on. They're going to the tight end, and it is a caught pass by Henry, who scoops it up right in front of Howard and others. And they get the 1st down and a gain of 5. What a catch.
Well, that's a big 6'5" target getting low to get that ball. And if I'm the Patriots, I'm hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. There may be a challenge here. The ball does make contact and it moves a little bit. So let's see if Brian Flores throws it before the snap.
1st down and 10. White, the block, is a running back. And he's got Smith, the other tight end, breaking free. Blocked by Myers, out of bounds, walking the tightrope, they say. He was out at the 32. Jonnu Smith on that play. The tight end, Hunter Henry, on the previous play.
Well, the Patriots able to get the snap off. They're going to say he stepped out. They're marking it back at the 32 as he steps out right there. good recognition by the officials, but back-to-back plays to their high-priced, high-powered two tight ends that they brought in for Mac Jones.
Last year, the tight end position for the Patriots only 18 total receptions. Today, a combined 7. First and 10. And Jacoby Myers will trip and go down. Howard is there, gain of 3. And put him at the Dolphin 29. Myers today, 4 catches and 34 yards. Aguilar's had the big day, 5 for 72 and a touchdown pass of 7 from rookie quarterback Mac Jones. He's hit 8 in a row. Knocked down. Nice defensive play. Brennan Scarlett, who had a terrific camp, as we said, comes over from the Texans and swats that down.
They're trying to set up the outside screen. That's why they let him go. And good job by Scarlett to recognize it, jump up and knock it down.
Watch for Jacoby Myers now. He's had 3 third-down receptions, all converting the first. 3rd and 7. He's in the slot. This time they go underneath. And it's a catch to the 21 by White, who is hit on the play by Nick Needham. And he's got a first down, a pickup of 8 on 3rd and 7, with the drive continuing and through the air mostly by the quarterback Mac Jones, who is now 26 of 35 in his NFL debut.
Well, Kevin, that's a big conversion right there. 3rd and 8. Is it going to be stopped and you have to try a long field goal to try and get this within 1 point? But instead, White's able to make the critical catch and stretch for the first down.
1st and 10. Harris. We had a big game early in this contest when he bolted for 35, picks up 3 going into the teeth of that tough Miami D. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Take a look at Jones's last 10 pass attempts, 8 of 10, 65 yards.
2nd down 7. Getting a block there from the tight end Smith. Harris running outside, finding Jones around his ankles with a gain of 2, just shy of the 15-yard line of the Dolphins.
But right now, if you're Josh McDaniels and the Patriots, you're thinking, okay, what's a man beater? This is going to be 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 that the Patriots are trying to pick up. So if you're the play caller, you're thinking, okay, what's a man beater we can try and take advantage of, because you're anticipating the Dolphins bringing pressure.
3rd down 4 outside, and Myers will drop it. Would have been tough. It was around the shoestrings, as you saw, so the field goal unit is out there. And again, Miami's defense holds the New England Patriots to a 3-point attempt.
Well, and as well as Mac Jones has played, this one's on him. If he gets the ball up, it's able to hit Myers in stride, and he can make that turn and pick up the first down. The play was called because of anticipating pressure. You roll out, you get to the outside, you have a rubber out to the outside. Myers is the inside guy, just a missed throw.
See what kind of day Nick Folk has had. And this will be a 33-yarder and brings the Patriots to within 1 with 10.5 to go. Another field goal. Folk 3 of 3 off the practice squad before the game. Bill Belichick has coached 460 regular season and playoff games in 26 years as an NFL head coach. And in only 6 of those that he started a rookie quarterback. Jacoby Brissett in 2016 twice. Eric Zier in Cleveland with the 95 Browns. And today, first time ever in a season opener as a Patriot coach, Mac Jones, who has gone 26 of 36, hit 7 different receivers, and his tight ends have caught 7 passes as the kickoff after the Patriot field goal is out. Touchback to the 25. Inside the NFL is now streaming. The hardest hitting team of analysts in football provide expert insight and exclusive commentary you won't find anywhere else. Stream new episodes Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern exclusively on Paramount Plus. Recently retired Patriot Julian Edelman, a tremendous new addition to the Inside the NFL family, and he is not forgotten here. There's some incredible performances. Super Bowl champion Edelman retired. With a 1-point lead, Tagovailoa gets it off to Parker. Slamming inside, breaking a tackle, and rolling his way past the 40-yard line. A quick hitter and a gain of 15 for Miami and a first down.
Well, and that's one way to protect Tua Tagovailoa is to get the ball out of his hands quickly, and no better way than to throw a quick slant to Devontae Parker. His size allows him to get that yard after catch.
Tua Tagovailoa told us he is right-handed in everything that he does. His dad taught him to throw left-handed, but he golfs right-handed. He signs cards and writes right-handed. Everything else is right-handed, but he throws lefty. His numbers today, 1st and 10. Gaskin. Oh, he got away inside from Goncho and runs outside and Hightower will usher him out of bounds. 1-point game here, 5-yard gain there to New York with James and Boomer.
Boom, need I say more than one play?
One play, that's it.
One play.
He's something else. And of course, the Browns lost in the playoffs a year ago at Arrowhead. 2nd and 5. And the twirling Gaskin. That Judon is over there to make sure he is down, wrestling him down after a 3-yard gain to the 48.
I've been impressed with both these young quarterbacks, the way they've been able to protect the ball, the way they've gotten the ball out of their hands quickly, the accuracy that they've shown, and that's why we got a 1-point game, Kevin. This thing's winding down. Who's going to go down and make that big play, that final play, to get this thing done?
Neither quarterback has thrown an interception. We've had 1 turnover today, and that was by the rookie running back of the Patriots, Stevenson. 3rd down and 2. Fake to Gaskin. Being chased on the play by Uche. He got it off, and it's caught by Gesicki, who picks up 2. A flag is thrown. Hightower on the stop. They had to get to the 50. It's on Miami.
They're going to get a legal man downfield by the Dolphins. What a good job by Gesicki, though, to see that Tua was in trouble and to get open, but it's going back.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense. Number 66. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
Left guard Solomon Kindley. Last season he was the starting right guard. This year the left guard.
Yeah, 66 is a good 6 yards downfield.
3rd and 7. 5 defensive backs. Waddle in motion. He's been quiet 2nd half. And Tua trying to get away. Got a block. Phillips was chasing. And it is almost picked off. It was! On the ricochet. Pulled off by Jonathan Jones.
And it was the pressure put on by Judon and Adrian Phillips. Adrian Phillips gets in the backfield, and Tua does a good job of avoiding him. Watch as he spins out of it. But watch Judon finish it off. Forcing that errant throw into coverage.
Well, a couple Dolphins just about had it. Wilson and Gesicki. But it ends up in the hands of Jones of New England. Patriot interception beginning at midfield. It's Harris on the pitch and a yard. And around his ankles he finds Christian Wilkins.
Tua made Phillips miss and Judon with the hit. Now watch the reaction. They both sit up, taking a look. Oh, we got the interception. Hands in the air, Judon, and then the reaction of Uche. Got this crowd fired up.
Well, the Patriots today have had 3 14-play scoring drives, but they've all gotten field goals as the result. 2nd down 9. Blocked by Wynn. Jones outside. Jacoby Myers grabbed by Nick Needham. Wrestled down, got as far as the 45, 46-yard line with a gain of 4.
Well, not surprising, Kevin. 1st and 2nd down, they brought pressure and went man-to-man coverage. So if you're dialing up a play, you'd think you'd get the same thing right here. Now, does Josh Boyer try and change it up a little bit and drop back into zone? Or does he stick with the pressure and man-to-man coverage?
James White is in. He's had 5 catches in the second half for 45 yards. 3rd and 5. Up the middle they come with that ball. And Myers has got the ball for a first down catch to the Miami 39 on a gain of 7.
So this is going to be a double cross. Watch on the left is Hunter Henry, and then Myers comes underneath. Both inside receivers, they cross each other. That allows the receiver that goes underneath to get open because the defender has to bubble over the top. Mac Jones just continues to retreat, knowing that he has pressure and buys time.
Harris the back. With the 1st and 10. Damian Harris. Brought down by Landon Roberts, but he steamrolls his way to the 31. And a nice gain on first down of 8 yards.
Well, and that's something they haven't had in recent series, is a good play on first down. The Dolphins have done a great job on first down of keeping them near the line of scrimmage. That time they picked up a big chunk, so now this opens up the playbook when you get 2nd and short.
Harris, 94 yards on the ground. 2 tight ends, 2nd down to Harris again. And a gain of 1 is all he can carve. He gets to the 29. And at the bottom of the pile is Zach Sealer. 3rd and 1. They've been in 3rd and 1 all game long. They have not had many 3rd and long situations this afternoon. Jones made the pick, and he's over there looking at the pictures. 3rd down and 1. Miami's defense has been holding. Can they hold here? Harris strung out, knocked out of bounds. Rowe, but not before Harris tiptoes and got the first down. Picks up 4 on 3rd and 1 to the 27 of Miami.
Excellent job by Harris. Watch how he hurdles the tackler here. He's able to avoid, get around it, and then the stiff arm gets to the outside. Missed tackle by Rowe. Even if Rowe makes that tackle, he had enough to get the first down.
Yeah, Van Ginkel just about had him. Bolden is the running back. And Bolden gets the call on a first down and 10. Brought down by Baker and picks up 4 to James and Boomer in New York.
Kevin, all I can say again is Kansas City.
Yep, 25 and 33, 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. 2 of them to Kelsey right there. You can see they take the lead 33-29 over the Browns.
7:04 left in regulation. Back to Kevin Harlan.
Well, you got to remember that's a matchup of the playoffs last year where the Chiefs were able to pull it out late in that game.
55.
The Browns have been leading that entire game, and KC just takes the lead.
It's 2nd down and 5. Down by 1. Here he goes, and Jonnu Smith has got the ball. The tight end brought down by Baker. A pickup of 11. Tight ends have caught 8 balls today. They have definitely put an impact on this game. It's a first down for New England.
Watch where he places this ball. He places it away from the linebacker. Instead of leading him to the inside where Baker is, he throws it on that outside shoulder, so he's protecting the receiver. An accurate throw by a young quarterback, recognizing coverage and putting the ball in a placement away from where the defender can get it.
The new right tackle, as we mentioned at the very beginning of the half, Durant has done a nice job. But the 3rd different one that Pats have used today, 1st and 10, Harris. And there may have been a fumble.
The Dolphins have it, Kevin.
Oh, my goodness, a turnover in the 2nd fumble by the New England running core today, and it is Miami's Paul. Oh, what a play. Howard dug it up, and the defense of Miami will hold again.
Harris with over 100 yards rushing is trying to fight for extra yardage. I know they're going to take another look at this to see if his knee is down. The call on the field. Oh, the ball comes out before his knee goes down. That's going to be Miami's ball.
That red zone defense last year of Miami had 5 red zone takeaways, the 2nd most in the NFL. Howard dug it up. You saw the avalanche of Dolphin defenders go in there and jar it free, and 2 turnovers by New England. And that one deep in Miami territory. It was Howard that knocked it away and got the ball.
I know you said it, Kevin, but #1 team in the NFL a year ago in takeaways.
Ruling on the field has been confirmed. Please put 3 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock. First down, Miami.
And come up with a huge takeaway right there.
So how about Xavier Howard? He requested the trade. They reworked it. He's back out there, and they've rarely thrown at him today, and he comes up with a huge play, preserving a 1-point lead. The defense does it again for the Dolphins.
Well, and this is where the defense of New England has to step up. The Patriots have 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, so they have time if they can get a stop on defense.
Malcolm Brown is the back, and from behind he is faked, and there goes Tua the other way with a nice run and an awkward slide. Tua's got a running. There's a flag, too, thrown on the play. It's a gain of 8. He didn't land well on that.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. He's half the distance to the goal line. The replay first down.
Rookie left tackle, who started today.
Here on the outside, Eichenberg to the outside. You're going to see Phillips come on the blitz, and he goes with the play fake, but it's Eichenberg that reaches out with that left arm on Judon and grabs him out. As soon as the officials see the jersey extend, it's an easy call.
It is now 1st and 14, back at the 5. Tagovailoa today, 15 of 26 for 189, a pick and a touchdown. The pistol and the quick delivery, and caught by Parker again. Oh, his shot has been so good. Jalen Mills brings him down. A pickup of 13, and he's out near the 18-yard line.
Kevin, that's the 3rd time today that they've run this play, and I'm surprised they haven't run it more, because they do that flash fake to one side that draws the underneath coverage in. You come to the backside. Devontae Parker is so big and physical on these slants that they've had a lot of success. As I said, 3 times today, and they've had this type of success on all 3 attempts.
4 catches and 81 yards for Devontae Parker. 2nd down and 1. Waddle in motion, direct snap. And this goes to Malcolm Brown, the power back. And he picks up 2, and he's got the first at the 20.
Well, New England, I believe, is the one that takes the timeout.
Yep, each team had 3, and now they've got 2, the Patriots do, and we'll be back in 30 seconds after this. Dolphins holding on to a 1-point lead. 2:36 to go in the 4th. 3 timeouts for the Finns, 2 for the Pats. Harris just fumbled deep in Miami territory. The Dolphins took over at the 9. They got a 13-yard pass to Parker, and the numbers for the 2 young quarterbacks, the rookie Jones and the 2nd-year starter, Tagovailoa. It is 1st and 10. Malcolm Brown is in the backfield and a couple tight ends. Smythe in motion. Brown with a block up there by Kinley. He picks up 5, and he's out to the 25. And Bentley was there with the stop.
Well, and this is game management mode right now for Brian Flores as New England takes another timeout. They just put a bunch of big bodies in there. They're going to run the ball, force New England to burn their timeouts before getting to the 2-minute warning. Getting a 5-yard gain on 1st down is huge for them, knowing they're just trying to run the ball and use up the clock and use up timeouts.
Patriots with 2 turnovers today, and 1 by Miami, and 2 is interception, which happened in the last possession. Second down and 5. It's Brown. You can see how they move in the pile and near the 29 with a run of 4. The clock is stopped again at 2:23. And a player down for Miami and slow to get up, and that is the starting center, Dieter. His first start in the NFL as a center. He was a starter as a rookie, but a guard. Well, today, Steelers beat Buffalo in Western New York. The Cardinals over the Titans. Big day for Kyler Murray. And Darnold, the former Jet, played his old team today and won down in Charlotte. And what about the overtime win for Cincinnati? Jacoby Brissett is in with a 3rd and 1.
Well, just like before, look for the quarterback sneak. It's 3rd and less than 1, so.
Brown is the back. Brissett is the quarterback. 3rd and 1. And the quarterback keeper.
He got across the 30. That's all he had to do.
That's all he had to do. Patriots are out of timeouts. And we're approaching the 2-minute warning. And Jacoby Brissett has been in for a couple snaps today. Getting a lead block that time from Hunt. And holding on to the 1-point lead. And number 1 has been terrific today. Red line coming into this one, the young quarterbacks, but really it's been the Dolphins' red zone defense today. 4 times New England got in there. They allowed a touchdown, 2 field goals, and they got a takeaway. 2 turnovers by New England. No timeouts here for Miami, for New England rather, and they cannot stop the clock. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes, the heroism of the Fire Department of New York on 9/11, followed by new episodes of Big Brother, plus The Equalizer and NCIS Los Angeles. That's tonight on CBS. Bonus coverage will come to you next from Arrowhead in Kansas City in a terrific game between the Chiefs and the Browns. And just under 4 to play in that one.
Well, I know what Bill Belichick's going to talk about with this game. Losing this game, they lost the turnover battle. They had 2 turnovers to Miami's 1 turnover. And penalties. They had 8 penalties for 84 yards, which is very uncharacteristic of them. They dominated in terms of time of possession. They're going to have almost 15 more minutes time of possession when this thing's wrapped up. They did a good job of controlling the ball. They just lose the turnover battle, lose the penalty battle. And as you said, Kevin, that red zone defense of Miami, that got it done. You got to be impressed with what Miami did. Brian Flores, obviously, coached with New England, coming back up here. This is his 3rd time coming back up here and getting a win. He knew how important this was and how hard it is to come into this building, especially with fans in the stands, and getting a win.
Dolphins are going to get their 8th win over the Patriots since 2013. Tua goes 16-27 for 202, a touchdown and a pick. Mac Jones in his NFL debut, 29-39, 281, a touchdown, but trouble scoring in the red zone. The Dolphins win it. They go to 1-0. A big win for Miami on the opening weekend of the NFL. For Melanie Collins and Trent Green, Kevin Harlan saying so long, sending you to New York. The Dolphins have won in Foxborough by 1.